she flutters high. Contains some wind, she takes to the sky. No child can tame her, let's make her mine. She lays on my shoulder, if only for the tease. And off to the wind, float on the breeze. For then in that moment she'll be my butterfly. But I guess there's some things just not meant for. I guess if I love her, let it go. I guess if I love her, let it go. Make sense of this, there ain't no making sense of that. And hoping is just hoping when we don't know the word. Want you to run so far, yeah, and fly so free. I've never felt so stuck in a dream. At the end of the day, just what you said is your mistake. I guess there's some things just not meant to. Guess if I love her,
Get a little blanket across our bed. That now, right there, look.
guess if I love you, let you go, 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 let you go. How will I love you? Can I let you go?
Well, that song is dedicated to Jamal Mitchell, who was remembered today at a service in Maple Grove. Rev's with me tonight, and Rev and I were there at the funeral, and we just want to begin this sort of pop-up live just by talking about Jamal, because of course every time you're at a funeral you learn more about a person than you ever did while they were alive. You know?
Yes.
Through the eulogies and people talking about what a special as his neighbor, Mr. Duncan. Was it Duncan or Dunker? Dunker said, what an incredible human being. But his volunteerism, his community engagement, his commitment to family, it was amazing how many things he volunteered with. Church, basketball coaching. He must have cloned himself, because he had just unbelievable energy.
A lot of volunteering, a lot of playing with the kids, a lot of just being present.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
And I was very moved by one of his friends in the same academy. I think Luke Weatherspoon was there, and actually he could talk the best about how Jamal related to people and all the people that he worked with. But I also want to note that the chief of police, Brian O'Hara, did an amazing job.
Amazing job.
Right?
Yes.
Just amazing. And 10 out of 10, or maybe 11 out of 10, I guess. And my wife was watching at home while we were there, and she was just so impressed with him as well. And there were a number of things that, I was impressed with him for a lot of reasons. One is talking about Jamal, but also talking about the industry of law enforcement, and really talking about how lucky they are in Minneapolis. They have all these young men that are working there. And one of the lines that Chief O'Hara said that has stuck with me is that every successful society has had guardians that could help protect the people. Every successful society has had guardians. And, just honoring not just Jamal, but everyone that was in that audience. And there had to be, we were in the main auditorium, Rev and I, we had a group of about 75 Ramsey County Sheriff's members that were there.
Yes.
Which was a great group. And considering we had about 50 of our deputies have been working in Minneapolis the past 24 hours, not 50 at one time, but 15 or 16 at a time, covering the Northeast precinct. That's just wrapping up now, but St. Paul had officers over there in the South precinct, and Brooklyn Center, Brooklyn Park were covering up in North precinct. So, and there's just a wide variety. Rogers, Maple Grove, a lot of officers from suburban agencies helping cover. But, here's the point. We were sitting on the side bleachers of the gymnasium, and right in front of us were 400 Minneapolis cops, right?
Yes.
And as I was staring at these Minneapolis cops, a couple things struck me. Number one, how young they were. Did you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're getting a little old, Rev. I don't know.
Yeah, we are.
But
that's good.
I was struck with how young these Minneapolis cops are, and knowing how short-handed they are, down 300 cops, knowing how dangerous Minneapolis is. It's a great jewel, but it's also got more crime than any other city. And knowing how dangerous it is, I was just sitting there thinking, we are so damn lucky to have these young guys willing to go out on those streets, aren't we?
Yeah, and when they said post 2020, to think that these guys are joining after all the bad stuff we heard from Minneapolis, and they're coming in with the right attitude. The young man, his best friend that talked about community policing.
He sure did, didn't he?
And that just struck home.
Yeah, he actually, I mean, I said this to my wife. I was surprised. I mean, he was 100% right using Jamal as an example, but what he said is we all need to be more like him.
Right.
We all need to engage and talk more.
Get out the car.
Get out of the car.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Get out of the car.
And, yeah, it was pretty amazing. And the other thing I noticed is in that crowd of Minneapolis police officers, just a lot of women police officers.
Yes.
Right?
And they were, I was watching, the escorts were mostly the women police officers, and they looked as sincere. I wanted to get up and just clap for them because they were there.
Well, Minneapolis, when it comes to honor guard and stuff,
sharp.
They've always been the sharpest in town.
Yes.
I mean, and I don't know if they're still wearing white gloves for their honor guard, but I've been at many funerals with them, of course, sadly. But they're always being
an Air Force man. I really appreciated their togetherness and their.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of young females sitting right in front of us.
Right.
And I'm like, wow.
Well, our honor guard was there too, and they do an amazing job. But it was Minneapolis's event show.
Right.
Yeah. So, but and they walk. What do they call those things on their feet?
Taps.
Yeah.
That one lady had a boy. I said she got him on a heel in her toe.
Yeah.
She was walking. It was clack 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 clack.
Yeah, but I want to say for any police officer anywhere, but tonight's kind of dedicated to those Minneapolis officers. Thank you for taking up the service, and because it's not just residents of Minneapolis that benefit; it's those of us that visit Minneapolis, Twins, Vikings, dinners, whatever it might be, plays. It is the center city of our state. So thank you for your service, ladies and gentlemen, and for every young officer. I mean, there were countless officers there. You'll probably see the picture in the morning paper of all the officers lined up outside. We got a good suntan. I got a good suntan out there. So we were standing for 45 minutes maybe before the family came out. But there was some long hugs watching the chief hug those family members there before they placed them in the hearse. Those are tough moments right there. Tough moments.
I was as a civilian, I was overly touched by the procession and the people being out.
We'll talk about that, about the crossover bridge. Because the procession didn't go through Minneapolis, which I was very disappointed in. It actually just went on the Freeway 494, but the local fire departments, police departments made it sure they could.
Yeah. They could. Every bridge we went under had a fire truck with a U.S. flag waving, and then just a lot of people. Me and Andre were we were in awe. We rolled down the window and started waving because people were giving us the thumb up, and it just got emotional there for a minute, just to know that many people care.
Yeah.
And are kind enough to come out in that heat and stand and wait, because there were, I don't know how many squads went through, but man, it was just.
Yeah, speaking of caring, you mentioned former mayor
Sharon Sales
Belton was there. We saw her. We did a lot of standing around waiting to get seated, right?
Right.
And you got there a little earlier than me, so you did more standing than me. But Councilperson Jenkins from the Minneapolis City, very friendly, and
our mayor. Melvin Carter. He came and shook just about all our hands and thanked us for being there to represent St. Paul. That was nice. Jeremiah Ellison, Keith's son.
Yeah, I talked to Keith afterward for a little bit.
He talked to Star Wars afterward.
You know who else? Speaking of Keith, you know who else was there? I just saw him walking out, but Trooper Ryan Launderton.
Yes, he was
there with his wife.
Yep, with his wife.
It's good to see him. He was, of course, not in uniform yet. He's not fully back to duty, but it's good to see him. And I think somebody said the governor was there, but I did not see him.
He was sitting right beside the family.
Yeah, up front.
Yep. He came through. He spoke to Andre.
Oh, he did?
Yep, he spoke to Andre.
Andre's got away with people.
Yeah, well, he probably remembers Andre from 7th Street. They took about 100 pictures together.
Well, not only 7th Street. You remember before when Waltz and I were running way back? You remember the Juneteenth or Rondo celebration, whatever it was? And Andre met him then.
Yeah, he knew who Andre was.
He got pictures, but before he was the governor. It's kind of funny. I mean, it was a great celebration, and I have to say, I know and appreciate Jamal's work much more now than even after the news stories.
Right, because once you heard people talking, his auntie, oh wow, she was just the overwhelming of love and kindness that's been shown to the family since the death.
Yeah,
and she was so appreciative, and And they're from New Haven. I didn't know that. I looked at the program, New Haven, Connecticut. So, wow.
Yeah, you know, I played that song that my son wrote, and actually produced just before he died, and was never produced until after he was passed. But it's hard to let people go.
Yeah.
And I think that was the message the pastor was trying to make, is that make something good out of it. Try not to be bitter.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that, but I just got to be honest with you. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not totally over my resentment of how we got to this point that people could try to get rid of the police department, try to defund the police department. And one of the reasons I appreciate Jacob Fry is because he fought the police elimination petition. And, you know, a lot of people say, well, you know, he's a liberal. Well, I don't know. He might be a liberal, but he saved the police department from being eliminated. Him and Rondo, collectively, the mayor and the police chief, opposing that. And I don't know what we'd do if that had passed.
Me neither.
It would have been a mess. So I try to evaluate people and actually.
I was reading Mickey Frost's post today. He said all those people who will quickly say whatever they say about the police, but when they wake up and their car's gone in the morning, the first thing they do is call the police and want those police that they talked bad about yesterday to come help them today. And that's how we all are.
I don't know. I'm not going that far. We all want help, but I don't think we all blow in the wind like that.
No. I mean, we all are so confused when it comes to issues of law enforcement. We think the law enforcement, well, maybe not you guys, because you love law enforcement. We love it, but in a different way. I love it because my dad was a cop. I love it because when I went to the Air Force, they made me sit and take notes for the police department. But
here's the thing.
When you're in the neighborhood and you hear all this defund, take them down, then you see the outpouring of people in that same neighborhood calling the police to their rescue.
Well, I think it's important to remember police aren't robots, and you can't design them as robots. And there are some community members that would like to just have their own cookie cutter style police officer, and for the most part, everybody would probably say, "I wish we were all exactly like Jamal Mitchell," right?
There you go.
But that's not life. It's not real life. It doesn't work that way. We can try, we can coach, we can train, but police officers are human, and to a certain extent, we need to learn to accept our humanness. Just like I try to tell people to accept other people's humanness, you know. But there's more than one way to do the job. You know that,
right? Just like us as preachers.
Yes.
Everybody thinks that the preacher is this. No, we're human before anything, you know.
Well, not only are you human, I believe the devil works the hardest on you.
Yes, he does.
You leaders in the Christian community, and not just in the Christian community.
In all communities.
All leaders.
Yeah, I would love to give the pastor today a hand clap, because he said, quit asking why me. Ask what do you want me to learn from this experience?
Yeah.
What do you want me to learn? How can I improve myself because of what I'm just hearing? And you think about it, when he talked about all that Mitchell did, and he was only a police officer less than 2 years.
In Minneapolis, wasn't he at the airport?
Just for a minute.
A minute?
Yeah. So just imagine, that man accomplished all of that, and we heard a lot today.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, what a man.
Yeah, I was very impressed.
What a man.
You know, his neighbor was amazing too, in terms of talking about
Slam dunk.
All his kids call, hey, Dunk. Jamal's kids, we call the neighbor Dunk.
That showed the human side.
Yeah.
That you pull up and he hollering, hey, Dunk. And I agree. I'd be glad when they call him Uncle Dunk.
Yeah.
That's going to just... Ooh.
Well, I guess the moral of this whole story here is appreciate the men and women that are out on the streets, and maybe really, really appreciate the ones that are out there in the dangerous communities. It can happen anytime. It's like they said, the wife, he made spaghetti the night before.
Right, he can't even cook.
And you know, no one could predict that he wouldn't be coming home the next night. So, I don't know, that's maybe enough good, bad, and ugly, but you know, thank you those of you that support us in law enforcement, the backseaters, those of you that like and follow and spread the word. I did run into a lot of backseaters out at the funeral today.
Me too.
I wish I could remember his name, but there was a reserve from Minnetonka Police Department.
They said, hey, are you Ram Spence? And I said, yes. He came and shook my hand, was so excited.
Who was that?
I couldn't think of his name. He's from Wyzetta.
Wyzetta?
Yeah.
This one was from Minnetonka?
Yeah, Wyzetta. He had his little traffic jacket on.
Well, did he drive a red van?
No, he was walking. This kid was walking.
Yeah, a lot of people. Anyhow, thank you to our friend from Minnetonka with your red van, giving us a little shuttle. We had to park pretty far away. Appreciate you.
It was just wonderful. And I do want to give my friend a shout out, because she has continued to keep me in the loop and keep me level. Who you think I'm talking about? Lisa
Clemens. Yeah, Lisa.
Thank you, sister. Thank you for
Mother's Love. Mother's Love.
Mother's
was
Love.
there in numbers, and Lisa did a great job. Al Flowers was there, of course.
Yep.
Really appreciate that they take the time to come down there.
Trey was there with
Trey
Bush
Ballard,
for Peace.
Bush for Peace. Yep.
Yep.
And of course, all the people that hold the flags in the different groups that
Did you notice that? The bikers and
Thank you.
oh,
We don't really have the proper names, so we're not going to.
yeah, I don't know their names,
on it,
but
but
right.
thank you. Chicago police was there.
Chicago, Aurora, Colorado.
Yeah.
And I was looking at those. Oh, it was just bringing tears. They come in support around the country.
Yeah.
I think the chief spoke about that.
So here's
too.
the thing. I just so you know, I've been monitoring violence toward cops for a number of years, and the trend we're in now isn't going to stop. Sadly, it took us a number of years to get here. It's going to take a number of years to get back out of it, but I don't know. Of course, I think the last one here, Jerry Vick, was the last one in St. Paul, correct?
Yep.
Right down West 7th Street here as we head down West 7th Street.
Green Bay was there. Man, as you just looked at all the different departments, Aurora, Colorado.
Yeah.
Where's this guy from?
I'll never forget, though, that whole floor being filled up with Minneapolis cops right in front of us.
New York.
That was quite a cliff.
Look at that one.
That's a nice
Inglewood.
Jesus, man, that guy's, must be a big fire out here, right?
Dallas.
Yeah, Dallas was there.
What great to see these guys standing with Minneapolis.
These guys are driving like there's a real fire, not just a medical. Oh, look right, Rob. I don't want to get my fire truck.
You clear right.
These angle intersections are always the toughest. So we do have a CAT team out tonight, but as I mentioned, our personnel around midnight are going to be wrapping up, a 30-hour patrol in Minneapolis in the Northeast Precinct, Precinct 2. And we're honored that Minneapolis Police Department would let us patrol there, so that as many other members that wanted to attend the funeral. It looked like nearly all of them, huh?
Yeah. It was. I didn't know there was that many police. Andre actually said it. He said, I thought they were short.
Well, they are, but they have 520. They're short 300. So I'll bet you there was close to 500 there.
Yes. They were in the house.
All right. Well, I was, being at those funerals is a little depressing. So, when I got home tonight, you know what I had to do? Did I tell you?
No, what did you do?
I had to get my mind off it.
Oh, you went to the movie.
I went to a movie back
That's
here.
right. You went to a
I
movie.
went to see Bad Boys. Bad Boys 34. I don't know. I think it's only 4. Bad Boys 34. And I enjoyed Martin Lawrence's humor. Martin Lawrence was at the top of his game. A little violent for those of you that don't like violence, but it's mostly just gun shooting violence. But the good guys won. That's the thing. A lot of bad guys died, but the good guys won. So, but just decided we'd go out and pay tribute to Jamal before his day is over.
What did the lady say over the radio as she did the final call?
48.
She said,
19.
take your rest. We got it from here.
We got it from here.
Man, I almost broke down
Yeah,
when
me
she
too.
said
Me
that.
too.
That hit a straightforward punch. Take your rest. We got it from here. That is.
Yeah. No, that's his. I'm guessing you'll end up doing my funeral.
Who?
You.
Oh, no.
Whenever that is, I don't know. It's just because I'm not picking a date or anything. But when you say take your rest, Bob, we got it from here. Who's the we?
Me and Andre.
Okay.
Everybody know that. Me and Andre, we got this.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Andre, Martin Lawrence reminds me of Andre, and Andre reminds me of Lawrence, but they're on a roll, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. Martin Lawrence, Andre, Star Wars.
Star Wars, my friend.
Star Wars. Speaking of Star Wars, as you know, Star Wars came from Chicago. He was originally a gangster disciple in Chicago when he moved up here, and over time he finally broke away from the gang life, and he's living an amazing, great life. Sends me devotions every day on the phone. But the other night I was watching a documentary on the Vice channel. They do stuff on gangs, and I'm going to bring it in and show it to you. They were talking about Chicago between 2012 and 2019, and how the major gangs had broken up into smaller cliques.
Small little cliques, yeah.
Which of course has happened here as well. And the small little cliques having their rivals, South and Southwest Chicago. But so much of it started with video disrespect.
That's it.
And of course we got tons of that going on with our small young cliques. But the reason I mention that is that's a warning to us. Get a handle on it now while they're young. before they've turned into those hardened 20-year-olds
Right.
that aren't afraid to walk into ops territory and get into a gunfight.
Yes.
That was, in a way, educational. I mean, of course, I've seen information, but Vice did a really nice job on that documentary.
You know, that's how I met Andre. You had him doing that documentary down on 5th of Minnesota. And he came and said, I need you in my video. And never been part since.
Yeah. Well, you guys are a great team.
He introduced me on the video as his pastor, and I had never even laid eyes on that guy before. And me,
You know, it's just like the criminal on the cross next to Jesus.
at that moment,
At that moment, you wanted redemption.
and we became best of friends.
Yeah. Well, kind of quiet right now. Not unusual when officers are buried for the criminal element to lay low. You know, that's pretty common. I've been in dozens of funerals. But the day of, because on the news, I think some of the criminals conclude that the officers aren't very happy, so let's stay off the street.
Yeah, let's stay away.
Yeah, stay away. But well, we got a good crew out here tonight. I always like to go to work after some tragic situation, just to clear your brain. I had my cheeseburger already before I got Rev. Pat told me I should get one slice of cheese. What kind of cheeseburger is that, Pat? One slice of cheese. So we are over off of 3rd and White Bear. And we have all the radios on, folks. We just do not have a lot of calls right now.
Not yet.
Bravo 592.
We did have a St. Paul squad got smashed into today up near Larpenteur. I don't know if it was Edgerton, but on the north end of St. Paul, they got smashed into by a car, and the car fled. But per their policy, they were unable to chase it. CAT team was working, but they were out of position. They were downtown at the time. We had a shooting incident up at Little Canada today. Sergeant Joe Kill's group, the gun unit, came in and investigated it. Family had a domestic, and one family member said they were going to shoot the other, and so the other family member decided he'd get a gun first.
Wow.
But he claims he shot into the ground to scare him.
Aerial fireworks. I'm at my office at 1821 and I can see him going off.
Shooting in the ground to scare is dangerous. How's it going?
Squad 369.
Is he still awake?
What do we need?
Squad 369.
Somebody check the comments on YouTube.
To Maryland and Westminster and an APD for 2 vehicles are not blocking. It's going to be a black Ford Inspector and a black Honda
I think
Pilot.
he's awake, but here's the thing, those comments, how many people are on YouTube?
2217.
Those comments go by so darn fast.
That's what I said.
369, you can stay there.
There's always a few
2217.
bad people with bad utterances, but
3.4.
hold it up, take a look, see what frequent it is. And if you haven't shared this, backseaters, if you haven't shared this with others, please do. And one of our longtime backseaters, a friend of mine from high school, Gene Liljedahl. He asked me the other day if I wouldn't mind wishing his lovely wife, Penny Candy Liljedahl, happy 50th wedding anniversary. And let me just say, Penny, how on earth you stayed with that guy for 50 years, I have no idea. But I know that it's not because he's wonderful. I know it's because you're wonderful. Anyhow, Gene wants to wish you a happy 50th anniversary. And says thank you for being an incredible wife. Incredible wife.
50.
Ooh. Well, that's a good number.
That's a good number.
That's a good number. Whoa. Thing is, Jean married her when she was 10. Should be a law against that.
Oh, we were over here yesterday, Bob.
Conway?
Conway. What a fun park.
Oh, yeah. Well,
What a
maybe at the park or at the
We
field?
were in the back,
Where
in the park where the kids.
Where the slip and slide was before, or what?
I don't know about a slip and slide, but
Yeah.
they were playing basketball.
Okay.
A couple fathers were playing with some kids, and it was about 10 of them on the court, 20 inside playing. All your friends were inside playing.
3-3.
And there were kids on the
3-3.
swings and sliding.
Hold on a second.
Go to 4 for medics.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. We were all back there, and the thing about it, what a mixture of people.
Copy, 2220.
The Hmong were playing like with a
Volley?
soccer ball.
Yeah, a little tiny ball.
No, it was a big one, and they were hitting it up in the air.
Over here or back closer to the building? Reason
All
I
the way
mentioned-
over here.
You see that hill there is where we did a slip and slide a couple years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, all the way going up to the hill. We were on the other side. And
What does
then-
that remind you of?
That smell?
Yeah, what does that remind you of?
It smells like wood burning.
It does. Well, what's it
Yeah.
remind you? Does it bring back memories?
Yeah, it was
what?
sitting around the bonfire. And
Okay.
you about to,
For me, it's Boy Scouts.
oh no, I was. But I'm going to tell you, we had so much fun. The kids got done with basketball, whatever they were doing, if it was practice or
No.
they all came running out.
Did they?
Where's Bob? Where's Bob? Nope, there's no Bob.
Did you bring your chips and stuff?
Did they get us with chips?
Oh, good.
And then cleaned up the mess. That's the part that
See,
just
this
impressed
hill
me.
here, this hill here.
Right.
When it gets really hot, we gotta do a slip and slide for you. The fire department, St. Paul Fire Department, will gladly come out here and run the water.
And run the water. Oh, me and John were laughing. So Jamal, how you say his name? Jama.
Jama Shine? Yep.
Yeah, Jama was like, Rev, what happened to all the chips? I said, did you see all those little happy kids?
So was there a lot of Somali kids too?
Somali, Hmong, African American, they were all there.
That's cool. Really cool.
And they all wanted to take our picture.
Love it.
Yeah, everybody wanted a picture. And it was like,
Tuesday 7, the
okay.
last update was that the system was working eastbound on Walnut from 7, that United Security was following from a distance.
That's really cool, Rev. I mean, that's the future.
The coach came out and said, where's Bob? Because these are all of his kids. They were stealing cars 6 months ago. They're not stealing anymore.
Oh, it's so cool.
We got them in here now.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, honestly, it brings tears to my eyes, Rev.
And they were playing soccer on the big field. We were sitting right over here. What a time we had. Me and John, we just laughed. We said, oh, we'll be here every Monday.
That's cool.
Every Monday this week. Because, Tuesday we're over there and Thursday we're over there.
Yeah, you've had a huge impact.
Tuesday 7, yeah, United Security just meet me at Walnut. Eastern Permit.
105-324. Tuesday 7, a copy. You don't have a phone mobile, advise the PC to do so.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed them.
Yeah,
That was today or yesterday?
that was yesterday. Oh, man, you would have loved them.
Copy, 2223.
They came running out, Rev. Then the little girl, well, she's going into the 9th grade. She had to remind me and John that she was at Wilder. She said, remember, I used to come to Wilder and I was the one to pick up the paper. And then her brother just set a record in this high school for track. He was at Wilder with us. So it was nice. I got to get him some tennis shoes.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nice kids, man. What a day. We had fun. 9:30 came so quick yesterday.
That was another story about Jamal's tennis shoes, is that he was at the pool, took his kids to the pool, and he had his favorite Nike tennis shoes on, probably $134 minimum, huh?
Yeah.
And some child was drowning.
And he jumped in with his good tennis shoes on.
That was the theme. That's what his partner said. Never hesitated to help. Always looking for an opportunity to help. Not hesitating, but always looking for an opportunity to help. That doesn't get any simpler than that. That's what life's all about. Look for an opportunity to help someone, folks.
Pretty much. Yeah,
I tell you another story. The lady at the building where we're at now, the press house,
346.
they are now bringing their gently used stuff so that other people can use it.
Yeah.
I looked at the clothes that came the other day.
Yeah.
I'm talking about $200 Nikes.
Tuesday 7, you copy that they're going to be dripped
$200.
All of us
Nikes.
have so much in our closets that we go in there and we look, I don't want to wear that, I don't like that, it's too small or whatever, but we leave it in our closet. We don't do anything constructive with it.
And she told us straight to my face, she said, you know what, Rev? I've got enough to share with other people.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at her. She was the one that was fighting a couple months ago.
I got a lot of stuff I've been thinking of donating to Andre, but I'm waiting for him to beef up a little more.
Hey, well, you forget that. You have to go to a tailor where they can cut it down a little bit. Remember when you donated all the jackets? You probably don't remember that, the suit jackets.
Oh yeah, I got more of them. I got a bunch
Oh
more.
man, the people that got those jackets were happy.
Some of them I never wore.
Right, some of them still had tags on them.
Here's the thing: you buy them and you think you're going to lose a few pounds to get into them. Of course, you don't, right?
Right. I remember you gave it. My back seat was full of your suits,
Yeah. I don't like suits.
and I said, "Wait a minute! I think I just saw him wear this one,
Yeah.
the dark blue jacket. You had 5 of them.
Yeah. I do like blue blazers.
Yeah, you had 5 of them in that pile."
There might be 100 in the next one.
I said, "My goodness!" But it was just so you talk it, you walk it, but you talk it. People know that you're sincere.
Well, it's not much to donate your stuff.
It is if you there.
But we all should do it.
I mean, we had a lady came in and there was some Air Force One, same shoes I got on right now.
Yeah.
And she said, "Are these free?" I said, "Well, if they fit." And she just started crying.
We're going to go to this call. I'm going to look it up here. Ashley Furniture. Up there in Maplewood. Well, you can read the comments. I'm sure it's not Ashley Furniture. Ashley Furniture is right next to a complex, Village Trail Complex, which is right by Maplewood Mall. Maplewood Police is on the way to the call. And they'll probably
That's fine, we'll get-
disperse the kids. But the problem is,
Squads can slow.
read the start at the beginning. Because the kids aren't just going to disappear.
Group of 20 to 30 have been brawling with each other and throwing bricks at each other's vehicles. All right. Parking lot. Wait, people in the parking lot shooting things from airsoft guns. Comp is concerned that they will break the store windows. Comp is not on scene. Noticed the issue as she was leaving for more.
So they just canceled the cars. Only 5 people there.
Direct copy, you continue.
2220.
Guns appear to be toys. Squads can slow. Controlled.
Thank God. Put it down.
I can't see that. There it is.
So kids will probably end up finding another location to.
Right, I was trying to think where would they go.
212.
Cancel 213.
Well, when you leave Maplewood Mall and go to Harmar.
Yeah.
213, you're clear.
They were at Frogtown with those airsoft.
What was that part of the
Yeah.
Copy 2228.
I said, oh man.
726.
We'll be able to speaker. We'll be able to check out.
So, hey, speaking of Minneapolis Police Department, if you live in Minneapolis, and even if you don't, anything you can do to convince the city council there to approve the negotiated settlement for salaries. The mayor negotiated with the police union, and they came to an agreement. Now it goes before the city council. But the only prayer they have against additional officers is having some type of pay raise there. They brought the incentive program last year, but that didn't
1350
pass.
Stillwater Avenue on a theft. Fire was on scene with the excellent address for a gas leak. You're advised that it's a vacant address. The neighbors said that they saw someone in the area that was attempting to theft.
Just, if you remember, we're going north on White Bear. We're crossing Larpenteur. This is the
There's no
border
further description.
between St. Paul and Maplewood, the city of Maplewood here. Did you see the chase with the bus
No.
today on television?
Was it here?
Where was it at? Atlanta.
Oh,
It was in Atlanta. The guy kidnapped, took a bus. Well, I guess bus jacked. It isn't a hijack, maybe bus jack. He stole the bus, killed a guy. There were 17 people on the bus, but he drove recklessly for quite some time. They tried to block it with their squads. They tried to stop stick it, and I don't even know how they actually stopped it finally. But it's a crazy video if you haven't seen it.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
It's just crazy video. What else we got?
I'm looking at that call that you had pulled up at the Ashley,
Yeah.
and the people on the scenes are now saying that they weren't fighting; they were just playing.
Okay.
We have seen that at the rec centers,
Yeah.
where they literally look like they're fighting.
Yeah.
But if you watch them go into it and come out of it, it's not a fight; it's just them horse playing.
And there's a lot of airsoft use nowadays,
Right.
especially during the last month of school because they have the Nerf wars.
724 just after these two for PIC. Came across their boyfriend was having suicidal thoughts. You think if you're male in the background saying I'm going to kill myself, the male started to cry and then disconnected. Farmers played all stream with 28
Little echo there, folks, because channels 2
911 only
and 3 are connected since it's a little quiet. So Central District and East District are connected.
I was wondering why that was like that.
369 check your status.
Yeah. Makes it hard because if you transfer on one channel, it comes through your car on the other.
Copy 2223.
So who's going to win the NBA?
Man, if I hope Dallas at least win a game.
Boston's on fire.
Oh,
I think.
Boston looks. And I love Minnesota's attitude. Oh, Minnesota would have beat one of those.
Do you remember the old days where Boston and Chicago and Detroit would go head to head?
Yes, just to get to the championship.
Yeah. Oh, those were some fun. Who was that little short guard that played for Detroit?
For
Could have been
Detroit.
Chicago. Back it was in the early Michael Jordan days. Those games are where I learned that 20 seconds you could come back from a 7-point deficit if you pressured. I mean,
Yeah.
it was pretty amazing. You'd always assume the game was over, but Isaiah
Thomas?
Thomas
Yes.
is an amazing player.
33.
Isaiah Thomas.
Copy 2224.
Oh, I introduced what's his name? The CSO that worked with the cat team.
Bobby?
Bobby. Me and him were together today. So he met everybody. Andre, John,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might be an asset to work with you guys.
Yeah, he gave me his number.
Yeah.
So I told him I'm gonna call him, and
I sent you his number.
right.
Yeah.
And man, he's ready to come and hang out with us.
Yeah. Yeah, he's looking for other opportunities. He's great at finding stolen, no doubt about it. But he's willing to do anything else.
So he sat with us during the funeral. So he's gonna hook up with us probably tomorrow at Frog Tank.
Or around 8 Chevy. Male has African American, 19, 5'6", middle ring of 5.
What was that at?
West Sector. You can feel free to keep checking any calls you want there. If you're the navigator. There we go. 9175. Since he's got
You're making contact with one behind Northern Toll.
Northern Tool. What address is he?
Yeah.
Look for 9175 over here.
4466. Can I get the neighborhood case number for this?
Berkeley Road, White Bear Lake.
4466 single, piece number
1850.
Perfect.
and 016-207-44.
Gonna run in on that. Read the call.
You're welcome.
Was told by associates that individual is near a trailer behind address and behind Northern Tool and Equipment Building, and here pounding. Unknown description. Making contact with one behind Northern Tool.
212 case number.
212 case number is 105-361-105-361.
See you. Thank you.
You're welcome. 2257.
2 cars here already.
Yep.
You see him at all? You guys good?
Where you see him?
I know.
Oh.
I don't see him. That's the problem. Oh, they're down there. All right. You good? You bet.
All right.
You bet. Yep. But his partner doesn't know they're good.
318.
He's coming license here. Squad on the scene there should let him know he's good.
So 1280 Hazel Street, unit number 203.
Right, he just
Welfare
put
Chattanooga.
squad
There
code
were concerned there were 2 females that were inside that were 17 and 20. There was concern that there was a possible sexual concerns going on. Can you elaborate any further? Male seems like women, black male, early 20s, and they are fitted by the wearing white shirt and shorts. We're confident 203 for entry that they would answer.
Gotta turn 2 off until they separate.
And 2239.
Copy.
Sometimes you don't know they're separated.
381.
381 message out to our communication.
Go ahead.
Okay.
2523 Portland Ave, Minneapolis. Copy. Thank you.
You're welcome. 2230. Copy, courtesy ride. Pacific Cruise at 2523 Portland.
Paper.
It's 2239.
Back to Ashley Furniture. Take a look at those YouTube comments again. I don't normally worry because they turn over so fast.
Update. Stating that there was no physical assault that happened. He just only
So
verbal.
Toys R Us is now Becker Furniture. Good to know. People must come here for furniture. There's Slumberland Furniture. There's Ashley Furniture.
Mark, domestic, 904 LaFont caller would like a mail removed. Who's not on police?
What's going on over here?
2241.
What's going on, gentlemen? Well, that wasn't me. What's going on?
Since you pulling up on us like this, you gonna bring me
got
my
some free
phone?
cards for me though?
I might have a Subway.
Can I get some?
Something healthy.
Man, I need my phone.
I've got
man.
what?
I need my phone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We still have your phone?
No, I never got.
Well, where is it? What are you guys doing?
We finna go get it
Our
right now.
friends,
What are you guys doing?
And then we're having an Orby gun
Nerf
battle.
war? A what?
Orby gun battle.
It's called Orby. Is that different than Nerf?
Yeah.
The little tiny pellets or
Yeah.
what?
See,
Orby
at least
guns?
you're up to date. The sheriff from Maplewood ain't have an idea. Like the little sergeant.
Well, I'm sure you guys are respectful for him anyhow, right? You know, just like there's a lot of different people, like you and me, there's a lot of different cops.
Yeah.
All right. $10 something?
2 of them. Can I get 2?
No! Stop that!
Please, come on, please.
Get half a sandwich.
Come on. Can I get one more?
Just, you guys ask your friends if they want a Subway.
Y'all want a Subway card?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. Don't forget to use your manners.
Oh, let
Like
me
that.
get 2 different things. Come on.
You know,
get that.
did your mother ever teach you about
Manners,
bacon?
please. That's me. I go, please.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
Dang, bro, we gotta go to Mark. He got my phone.
Go to who?
Can I get another one? Come on, let me get a decent.
You guys trying to give us a
Burger
ride?
King.
What?
Look, 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 he got
Did you get one yet?
You gonna give us a ride, Bob?
Huh?
You gonna give us a ride?
I can't give you a ride.
And chanting the word fight.
You're welcome.
You get one, Danny?
Where are we going now?
I see water bottle. I see water bottle.
What phone?
I know that's asking for a lot. It's a water bottle behind the back passenger.
Yeah, but it's not going to be cold.
I know that. Can I get a card?
Well, did you use a magic word?
Please.
There you go.
Can we take a picture with you?
Yeah, of course.
Let's go.
Let me get out of the car. Let me get out of the car.
Oh, right in front of you. Hey, you live, Bob?
Yeah, we are live.
Oh, where y'all at?
You want to get right there? Right there. Watch the phone.
Yeah. So look at these young guys that are playing with these guns. I guess they shoot soft pellets. You think I can get a good picture?
321.
Send me that suspicion.
1215 Marvin Avenue. Send me the holiday station.
1484 White Bears have followed on suspicious of male incredible right to reporting every time sample from the window. They're going to be in a black Mercedes. We don't know how.
And if you don't think this helps our community or neighborhood, when young folks see Bob and they're happy that it's him versus other police because they know they have a relationship with Bob and Bob understands them, I think that's what makes the difference. And backseaters, you make it possible because the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, probably 10 young men just got to go to Subway, and one of them got a water that they're passing around drinking. That tells you that they love Bob. They're happy that Bob's out here.
Automatic weapons.
That is just
Here's another water. Warm Coke. I got so many unused water bottles in this car, folks. I just cleaned out about 20 of them. All right, guys.
all right, fellas.
Have a good night, huh? Be good.
I'll take an assist. You need the address of 1000.
That-
We're just going to be less than 50.
That will tell you
That location.
the magnitude of what we do. Bob, you just had 10, 11 young guys happy to see you.
Well,
And you are the
They
police.
get to know you a little better.
And they were happy to see you. They were, and then they shared the water. You missed that because you were talking.
All right. Oh, tell them they got to pick up. They can't leave that water. What's on the ground there? Is that a water bottle? You're not gonna.
Where that water bottle
You're
at?
not gonna live. Is that water? Is that a water bottle? Put it out there.
That's probably the 20 kids then.
They were. That's the other half of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. So where do you think these kids live, Bob?
I don't know.
Back over here?
I'm just glad they're engaged in constructive fun. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, the thing is, Pat, when we first started this, we used to talk about kindness more than we talk about it now.
Right.
All right? But at some point, you just can't. I mean, obviously, we try to always be kind. At some point, you just hope that we're demonstrating kindness so we don't have to use the words all the time, right? I mean, I don't know the right balance, but folks, just be nice to each other.
Bob, that was so moving. I mean, you give him a hot Coke and he drank it. They just happy you gave him something. Did you see him jump to the door to get it?
Yeah.
I said, wow. That's just, man.
I took that with me to work tonight, but then I decided I'd go to McDonald's and get myself a cold Mountain Dew.
Right. Yes, Chris, you heard him just say he took your Coke out the house.
And backseaters, part of that engagement is completely because you guys send those $10 gift cards
I
in there.
just told him. That's what I just said.
You did, okay.
Yeah.
It's, we couldn't do it without you. I didn't have any gift cards last week, but Rev gave me some Subway cards.
Kilo Bravo 874 to my call.
Yeah, all the kids yesterday wanted Subway cards, so they saw that we had all those chips.
Oh, yeah?
Oh,
really?
We had cases of chips.
Good for you.
Cases. Michi and that team gave us some chips.
We can start for the suspicion.
Inspector Darrell. That was when it came in handy.
318, I copy. 707 hours on a suspicious.
It's just
Vehicle drive up and
folks,
down the alley
it's
very
just
slow. It's been around 3 times.
an
It's
example
white SUV with LED lights.
Well, just
Plate display
even though the
for
call's
all
cleared up,
drivers.
just stopping by might result in some type of engagement.
At 22%.
And I believe in my heart that that's the kind of thing Jamal Mitchell did,
Yeah.
right?
212.
He was good enough that he could get out and start shooting baskets at people.
Right. Me and you ain't gonna do that.
Apparently, he had some talent.
212 with a slide to assist to 345 Smith. It's going to be
Did I tell you about?
Hang on one second. This is
First, you take the social worker before going in there, and the emergency department to get a hold on the two.
okay. No, we got to make sure we listen to all those calls.
Did I tell you about Hy-Vee?
Well, you bragged about how much they've helped on
Oh my goodness, they came through this week. We had to go out and get a truck from Water Patrol because we didn't have a truck.
Check this out.
I was wondering what you saw.
I bet they didn't move very far. I don't know what the odds are, but obviously Olive Garden's closed.
Oh, these
It's
are
just another group.
yeah.
Hi, how's it going? Everything
Hello.
good? All right, have a good night. We're just checking on you. See you. Bye-bye. Nobody there
It's
really
nice
spoke,
out.
nobody there spoke English,
Nobody.
but if you see, the thing about it is, at first they had a terrified look on all 10 of their faces, right? And then, but they know the words, how's it going,
Yeah.
right?
And
And thumbs up.
gave the thumbs
Gave the
up.
thumbs up, yeah. People just gotta be relaxed.
Yeah, but back to my friends at Hy-Vee.
Yes.
Oh my God. We had to literally go get a pickup truck. You know, flatbed. Because they
Now, are you going to the one, which one? Are you going to the
right
one
down the
Wayfair?
street there.
Yeah, right on Wayfair?
Yeah.
And the big Hy-Vee or the little one?
What's the little
Well,
one?
across- it's in the parking lot.
No, we went to the big one.
That's Hy-Vee Express.
No. Kim
Yeah?
is helping us coordinate.
Yeah.
But we had so much stuff. And we just give it out. Kids are enjoying it. The homeless that come through now, it is amazing. They come through, can I get a few snacks? I'm going to go sleep here. And they tell us the whole story.
Yeah. Well, they need, you know what? And being able to tell your story helps with their mental illness too.
Yeah.
Because they can physically connect with another human.
And they say, and Andre gives them those beef sticks.
Yeah.
Because now we got 3
You
flavors
should
of
give
beef
those guys
sticks.
a shout out for the beef
Yeah,
sticks.
help me.
Heartland or Heart?
What's the name of the meat store? Big Steer.
Big Steer. Big Steer.
Yeah, Big Steer. And Heartland, the Hunters. But it's just wonderful that they keep that there. So the guys come in, the ladies, they know what flavor they want now. And Star Wars will go get them.
Heck, now they got 1 and 3 connected. They're really playing with my brain tonight. I gotta turn off 1. Sorry about that. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? They're all connected. All 3 are connected. That never happens. It must really be slow. Actually,
I'm with Edward Frank Victor 890.
where are you at?
Scott 281.
Where are you at?
The Woodbridge address is calling back. They're begging call from Unit 205 requesting spots to return. And also be advised, there was a 911 call. No apartment giving. A female was screaming. It's probably in relation, but they possibly said something about a gun.
Oh, boy.
Thank you for your call.
2400. Any CAD team member? You got anything good to look for?
Copy.
Sure.
Nothing active. There's that one. So Woodbury stolen.
The black Toyota Highlander, John Mary Edward 564 that fled from St. Paul earlier at 302 Larp.
Where's that guy going?
On a black Honda Pilot. Flat.
Clear DOA with 369.
Yeah, those are all a couple hours ago, right? There's nothing new.
Nothing new this time.
Yeah, we don't got a lot to look for right now.
That would be going not Brighton, would it?
No.
Not that way.
Might have been a medical though. It'd be a 4400 card. See 44 Maplewood.
Nope.
Well, you'll find it.
Oh, there it is. Person in crisis. Upper Afton. He had to roll around the board.
I don't think they're going up left.
No.
But it's possible they are going up to the freeway. They might have determined that was a shortcut.
Or this. No, that can't still be. AMA, Assisted Medical.
Where?
At 1896 Phelan.
No.
No. That's it. So they're going to Upper Afton.
Just decided they're going to take 694 around the outside.
Yeah.
It is probably faster than navigating. It's certainly safer not crossing all the intersections.
321.
Clear advice. 320.
Copy.
You know, I interviewed one of the auto thieves last week that we arrested. I think I told the story, but he was in that Volkswagen. And he was, you know what he said to me?
What?
We know that you guys pretend like you're going home and then shut the live off and then you stick around and work. He said, we figured that one out. Can't really fake it anymore.
No.
Indian room golf and children's emergency.
910 call, you know, Denver.
222.
222.
You had this little license plate 2, Juliet, 228. Nickel.
Suspicious activity.
You know that, I go to a lot of movies, but I hardly ever go on Tuesdays. I don't know why that is, but apparently if you're a rewards member at Marcus, you get $6 movies or something.
Oh, yeah?
And you get a free popcorn.
Well, we need to go.
536 Take
I don't know if I am, I think I am, but I don't know if I'm a premium rewards member.
Copy, are you with a mail line?
It all gets very confusing.
Yes, we were.
Copy, can you
I can tell, I was going to do movie ratings. I thought Cisco and Ebert, I thought I would rate on that.
For a 50-year-old male, unconscious, he had a tree on a bicycle, uncertain on his breathing status.
That's in Roseville.
Watch it down before I go back.
But here's the thing, how there's rotten apple ratings and there's 2 thumbs up ratings, I was gonna, what my rating was gonna be?
What?
If I go to the movie and I eat the entire tub of popcorn, that's a great movie. Because it was exciting to keep you eating.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna rate it.
So empty popcorn is the best.
Empty popcorn is the best. And then there could be extra credit like box of dots. I couldn't find any Raisinets. Raisinets are my favorite movie
That's Beverly's
food.
favorite.
Movie food. But I could not find it. And so I had to go with Milk Duds. The old tried and true Milk Dud.
Milk Duds.
I wonder how many years. You should look that up for me. How long Milk Duds have been around? You mind Googling that?
Let's see.
What year did Milk Duds come on the scene?
By the time I get to it, somebody can text me.
Well, they got a little delay there, so you got a head start. Giving you a handicap. What year did Milk Duds start? That's got to go way back, huh?
Created in 1928
1928.
by Hoffman in Chicago.
Milk Duds.
Now produced and marketed by the Hershey Company.
1928. Well, we got to celebrate in a couple years. We got to celebrate the 100-year anniversary of Milk Duds.
96 years ago.
It's good to know. How about dots? As long as you're checking, how long dots been around? I think when dots were first created, there wasn't as many flavors.
3446.
46.
Should be advised of color that found the mail. Police vacancies.
1945.
45. Okay.
Everyone.
Well, we're going to drive through downtown, see what's going on downtown today.
Oh, it's
Pretty
something.
quiet. Tuesday night's pretty quiet. But we wanted to come on to honor Jamal Mitchell. So. Got kids breaking into cars over in South Minneapolis. 41st and Clinton. Well, we're gonna probably stay out here till midnight. Don't feel the pressure to stay up too late, but we're gonna hopefully things will get busy here in the next hour. If they do get real busy, we're looking for a car. We'll stick around.
Just north of Lark Trail.
Copy.
So they found a man down on the ground on the trail north of Larpenter.
Yo.
369.
369.
Come in and investigate. She's at in Maryland. The street light is going on and off. We're checking some stuff with the white post.
Unconscious and unresponsive. You want to check that call out?
Constable in St. Paul, Maryland. Report.
Carpenter, right?
Yep.
Yep. Thinks
Copy.
mail is
Hudson and Griffith at the construction site. Caller saw a person pull up in a truck and exit the
Yeah,
truck.
I'm part of the window as well.
What'd you say, Russ?
thinks mail is deceased.
Where exactly is it?
This is the north. There's mail north of Larp on the trail.
Are we talking the trail by Clarence and English?
4446.
Address is English and Larpenter.
Okay, hold on a second. Been struck by something in the head? That's not good.
4446, keep walking. Copy.
Hey, Joe and Nick, you guys should run in on that call up on Larpenter River Trail in case there's a gun involved. Just offer your assistance to Maywood.
Copy.
Take a disturbance. On yours.
Starting concussion, 2305. Copy, the squad is checking on that music from the vehicle.
So they're starting compressions on the guy on the trail. I'm guessing it's the Vento Trail there. The one that goes by Borkert's up there. I'm not positive, but is there
English Street and Larpenteur Avenue.
Yeah,
That's
that's
all
it
it's
then.
saying.
Yeah.
Starting CPR.
What did he say about his head? Did they get it in there? Like,
Checking for a pulse. Nope.
before that, he said something. It looks like he was struck in the head. They said, but I don't know with what. Then she asked him to repeat, and he never actually repeated it.
Nope, it didn't get in.
Which is probably fine because not everybody.
He is bleeding from the head. He hit a tree on a bike.
Oh Jesus! He hit a tree on a bike.
It was a motorcycle, not a.
Is it a motorcycle?
You know what I mean? I'm just hoping.
no.
A 50-year-old male.
That's a very sad scenario. This has happened more than once, though. Not a tree. Oh, very sad scenario. If he's biking, I mean, obviously, a lot of different scenarios. Speculation at best that he. It's a tree, but if he did, someone's going to be accountable for not trimming the trees, huh?
Right.
Obviously, we're not going to put the man's body or bike on live on patrol, but hopefully he's got ID. They can begin notifying a loved one. In this case, the Maplewood medics would probably be coming versus St. Paul. We have different medical services for the different cities. What was the original caller on that? Was she walking or stumbling along, or how did that scroll down all the way there?
It says, it really doesn't say who called.
What does it say?
On bike trail,
Stopping CPR.
uncertain party hit a tree on a bike, bleeding from head.
Yeah, I suppose he doesn't not like the tree had to hurt his head, but when you fall off the bike.
Stopping CPR paramedics.
Yeah. That could mean a lot of different things.
Right.
Medics could be taking over, or medics could have concluded that.
50 medics 2485 Central Boulevard, Franklin Park Apartments. 66-year-old female with difficulty breathing.
One of the backseaters, Colleen,
Yep.
she was videotaping at Procession.
Yep.
She was on County Road 30 in Fernbrook Lane. She counted 578 squads, 9 buses, 8 vans, and 2 ambulances.
Yeah. And just so you know, backseaters, there would have been more, but they asked the unmarked cars not to be in the procession. The buses that you saw, though, were buses of Minneapolis police officers.
Yep.
That freeway would have been closed down for twice as long if all the unmarked had gone in there. They were a little worried about closing that freeway down for a lengthy period of time. But it's a little faster when the freeway is closed than when you're on the city streets. Yeah, I think we had, 17, 18 cars?
Yeah, 18 at the
18 cars.
In a van.
Don't mention the van because we weren't supposed to have the van in there, I don't think. But some people didn't get the message.
I just say you should put the decals on it.
Yeah, then it would be marked.
It's a nice van.
Yeah. Well, everything good here?
That little girl looks like she's getting on the other side.
Well, there's no stolen cars out now, that's for sure. Somebody would have seen it. With all the people we have on the street tonight, somebody would have seen them by now. Jeez, Roger. Slow down, will you?
I was wondering.
They weren't even driving fast, but that's a bump, huh?
Man, have you been on West 7th right past here, when you first get to St. Paul?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's like last year. I mean, it was potholes everywhere.
Yeah. Well, then, are they working on that now or not?
No. I mean, I'm like, just a little black up.
Do you guys know if the medics are taking them, or are they just dealing with the injuries there?
Not sure, I'm just pulled out. I'll let you know in a second. Sounds like they're probably not going to take me.
Yeah, I didn't want to guess. It's a terrible thing if you died biking. We'll let you give us a summary so we don't put anything live on there, but I'd be interested to see if you hit a tree limb hanging over there, or what type of tree.
Are you ready for an update?
That'd be great.
Tree fell down prior. He was on a motorized bike. It's super dark over here, so as he was cruising along down the trail, he hit his head on the first limb. Then it fell down in front of the trail, and then he fell pronounceable on scene.
All right. So there was a tree laying across the path, you're saying?
Yeah,
Thanks, Nick. Well, that's not good.
No.
Right? A tree down on the path. Sounded like he was on a motorized scooter or something.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. There you have it. I guess a couple lessons there. Make sure you got good lighting, right? I don't know if you had a light. All right. Number 2, trails are never 100% safe at night, right?
Right.
Number 3, only do it during the daylight hours.
And do it with a friend.
Well, I don't know if that would have helped.
No, might have. Don't know how long he's been hit.
It's not like swimming. But, yeah, I mean, they could have called right away.
Yeah.
But, sounds like. Yeah. Very sad. There are books about 100 ways to die, you know?
Yeah.
See those books?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we run across a lot of strange ways that people die. I actually try to forget them. Because I'm one of those people that wants to tell my children, be careful of this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that drives people crazy. You know? That's why they call me Officer Safety at my house. So the trail's right to our left here. We're not actually. It's like the fire rig is there. It's a terrible thing. I'll give you a quick view of the fire trucks from a distance. So let's see, Maplewood Fire is here. Trail used to be a train track. When I was young, it was still a train track there. Right down the street here, on the left here, at the corner of English and Chamber, pardon me, Larpenteur and Chamber, is a memorial for 2 kids that died. 16-year-old juvenile driver was in a stolen car, had some friends in his car. He fled, lost control at the hump there on going westbound Larpenteur, where it's a little bit of a drop there, right in English actually. Rolled the car. The driver ended up serving a year in juvenile detention. 2 kids died, passed away. It's a very sad thing. There's a little memorial over there. It's been, I think it'll be 2 years in September. No, it's more than 2 years. It's 2020. So, be 4 years in September. Seems like yesterday. 4 years in September. Pretty sure. 2020. We've seen it on Live on Patrol. We've seen a few cars launched right over here off the end of Larpenteur at East Shore Drive into the river, into the woods. East Shore Drive along Lake Phelan. Well, Rev, you're going to have to do more talking because there's no crime.
You're doing a good job. There's nothing that is so keyword.
You know, remember how bad this road was?
Yeah.
They got it fixed now. They got it fixed.
8194 cleared, man.
8100 cars. Those are New Brighton cars. City of New Brighton.
1-year-old female that's having difficulty
7,000 are Mounds View. 9,000 are White Bear. 4,000 are Maplewood. 5,000 are Roseville. 2,000 are the Sheriff's Office, which covers really the other 7 cities. I used to hate to drive on this street. It was so, whoa, Jesus.
Somebody shooting fireworks.
Was that a firework or a transformer?
Did it get dark?
It looked like it might have. We gotta go back and check that out. I don't know if you saw the flash there.
Good.
It's like weird.
Just advising possible fireworks in our area of our call.
Where's that at?
Received.
Hazelwood and White aerial fireworks if you get any calls.
Hazelwood. Well, that one, we're a long way from Hazelwood and Harris. And that one literally blew off right over us. They could have been watching us and timing it.
Maybe.
But let's just verify it's not a transformer. Because it did seem like it was, lights went off.
222, it came from a 911 only, and we're unable
You
to
see lights over there?
Nope.
That was a big old boom, right?
Yeah, I was looking right at it.
Street lights are all off too. Let's check that out.
21.
I'd say it's a transformer. What do you think?
I think so.
Yeah, it blew off right over our heads as we're under that tree.
21.
Boom.
Are you able to let 222 in?
We'll see if somebody calls it a shots
We're done here.
fired. But I'm pretty sure there were some street lights on here. I could be wrong.
I didn't think it was this dark.
Well, now they're on over. See, these houses are on over here, right?
Right,
So
but those are...
1727 Houston, assisting medics with a 21-year-old female who's pregnant and having abdominal pain.
Newburgh call, please. 6921 have medics advised.
Dude, 2323.
Used to do a lot of running on this path right there, Rev, in the old days. So, lights on here. Lights off here. Oh, there's still a light on top of that house there.
Smell.
Huh?
Smell.
Yeah. I don't know if the smell will help me determine if it's a firework or a transformer. I know this.
Until we copy, we just want to verify that our call is related to your...
Hey, can you turn the lights back on, please?
That house is pitch black. That one's pitch black. Well, this one's got some... I don't know. No, I don't know.
Will do.
523 Tango.
Go ahead.
Boom. We saw a flash of light above our car too, folks. Go ahead.
Can you Newburgh call, please?
We always rather be behind people. And someone run Juliet Echo Juliet 295. Juliet Echo Juliet 295.
Yeah, investigate 772. Margaret, Lima, Kilo, Delta, 494.
Clear to a black Toyota Avalon, 1999, Winchell Street, St. Paul.
Thank you so much.
Park damage 640, Chatsworth. Caller's son's vehicle window was broken. Believes the suspects are still on scene. Two agents, emails 20s to 30s. No clothing description. Now the caller's son walked out. More people are gathering.
Where's that?
640 Chatsworth. Looks like channels 1 and 2 are still tied. And obviously we're a ways away from that. It's over there off of Thomas and Chatsworth in the west sector. There's got to be something with the power because none of the street lights are on over here at all. And that can't all be copper wire theft, can it?
I don't think so. Unknown weapons. Unknown what was used to break the window. Son's vehicle is a black Jeep parked next to the address.
Kilo, Delta, 494 is unoccupied.
Son just walked outside. More people are gathering.
To respond to our
A little louder so your backseaters can hear you.
Oh, but that's it right now.
Copy.
Son's car windows were broke. Think suspects are walking around son's vehicle.
Program damage 6.
And that's the one you were talking about over there.
Chatsworth and
Yeah.
yeah.
No one's on scene.
Worried about welfare.
1531 copy. 2325.
We're gonna have Brian O'Hara on live on patrol here sometime soon.
PCR agents on channel 1.
He's interested in riding, and I think now would be a good time.
37th Avenue with King Boy Sam.
Good time to have him on. Discuss the danger and
37 at 2327.
his officers in Minneapolis.
Car 77, if you can assist, 531 is at 36th Street and 1st Avenue South. Actually, update, they're going to be at 3601 Nicollet Avenue with the parties, stating that the female is having some suicidal ideation. 77 copy, could you put it on the call? Happy in the Walgreens lot.
Hey, check the crime watch page, will you?
Much brighter on this side.
Yeah, see what's going on the crime watch
Copy
page.
out with one.
In Minneapolis.
Yeah.
This is 225 West 7th Street, where alarm at Pat McGovern. This covering
225 West 7th Street, alarm at Patrick McGovern.
Road and 37th Avenue with King Boy Sam 533.
Ham Lake and Anoka County deputy has been injured in a squad-involved crash.
Oh, that's not good.
Not good at all.
Is it one or two people?
Let's see.
Ham Lake.
2 ambulances were requested. The deputy was reported as an arm injury. A juvenile was also injured. Yep. He's supposed to have a head injury. And one is in custody.
Well, that's not good.
2 teens on a scooter injured in a hit and run.
Squad 513.
Then us.
We're gonna have to raise the penalty for hit and run. There's a lot of people are hitting and running.
They're fighting with one.
Copy.
Tone it.
So I mentioned this before when Pat and I were working, but there was another news story about Venezuelan gangs in 7 states. That does not include Minneapolis, but New York, Texas, I think Illinois was in there.
Number 2 for the domestic.
Something to be aware of.
Someone can come and get her kids. She doesn't want them. Officers need help fighting with 130, 28, 43rd Avenue South.
New wave of violence.
Officers need help
Always
fighting with
something
130,
new.
28, 43rd Avenue South. Officers need help fighting with 3rd
Venezuela
Avenue South.
itself has a lot of
3rd Avenue South.
conflict.
Officers need help fighting with 130, 28, 43rd Avenue South. Officers need help fighting 43rd Avenue South. This event will be on Channel 1 at 2329. This event will be on Channel 1 at 2329. This event will be on Channel 1 at 2329. In the background saying it is because she's...
I'm going to call Undersheriff Mike Martin. He's been coordinating the our coverage over in Minneapolis. Of course, Mike used to work there. Call Mike Martin. Let me see here. I'm going to get the phone on the...
Train picture clear.
Hit a different button over there.
Yeah, but I don't know how to do that. Hey, Mike, we can kind of hear you, but give the backseaters a little overview of how our patrol in Minneapolis went since you were the lead guy.
Well, it went really well. Brought over a number of squads from Ramsey County, as well as investigators and some of our suburban agencies that participate on the SWAT team. And we just provided patrol in the 2nd Precinct in Minneapolis and responded to calls so that they could get some sleep and go to the funeral and not have to rush afterwards. It was busy. Our deputies aren't used to, I think, that call load, but it was good for them, and the Minneapolis officers were very appreciative of us being over there.
I heard Councilmember Rainville actually bought some food and brought it over to the Northeast Precinct.
He did. Councilmember Rainville is a big supporter of the police. He and his entire family, and he was at the roll calls and thanked the officers for working in the precinct that he represents. He also represents part of downtown, but he was very gracious and thankful for our deputies being over there.
Yeah, that's great. I want to publicly thank you, Councilmember Rainville, if you're listening or if you got friends listening, for welcoming our assistance over there, and well, even before that, for your support of law enforcement in the past. So thank you very much. So, all right, well, the back.
So it went well, and tonight the Minneapolis overnight folks, or what they call the dog watch shift, came in, and they're fully staffed now, and we hung around for a little overlap, but we're now clear.
All right, well, the backseaters want to know when Mighty Mike's coming back, so you don't have to commit right now, but sometime this week they want to hear from you.
Oh, definitely. I will go live sometime this week for sure.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
Hey, by the way, well, just a shout out to your daughter for graduating from Irondale. Lovely young lady that she is. And
thank you. And tomorrow's her birthday.
Tomorrow's Kelly's birthday. All right. Well, how old is she going to be? Like 18?
18. I told her. I said, now you go to big girl jail.
There you go. That's a good lesson. Good lesson. That's a good lesson for kids. All right. Say hi to your wife. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Talk to you. Bye. Hopefully I could hear him. I kind of couldn't get it on the big speaker, but
yeah, I could. When I went on, I could hear it. So.
Okay.
Downtown St. Paul.
I was shocked to see that the Speedway changed to Amoco, huh?
Quick, too.
Bam.
Squad 2, assist and the sergeant to copy for shots fired, 510 Humboldt. 3 to 4 shots heard and someone yelling in front of the building.
We can run over there.
212, clear my current advised and send me that.
I got
In front of you. Why don't you pull that up? Just keep an eye on that one in case some more calls come in. 510 Humboldt over there by Wabasha and Humboldt.
Yep. Do we have any key holder info?
Let's make a run for the border.
Negative.
No, I'm not talking Taco Bell.
One squad to just flow our way.
Someone yelling
Check right
in front of building.
Just come to the back.
Clear.
We'll just hold here.
No cars coming out.
Yeah, I know, but there's a person walking.
I looked up and said,
It's a one-way street, yeah, but there's
177, 510 Humboldt. 3 to 4 shots heard and yelling in front of the building. Drop 23.
it's a long train. How's the look?
Over.
you're clear.
Copy.
All right.
2335.
Stand by for impact.
Negative.
This is tough. See if I use
In
the
203,
siren.
we're receiving additional shots fired. 297, Sydney's reporting 3 shots heard 2 minutes ago, a couple blocks north of the address. Copy. 2336.
Come to the back.
Sydney?
Here in the kitchen. 211. We're with the key holder here for McGovern's.
177. Copy, you said you were with the key holder?
We are close for it. Thank you. Hey, firm.
Copy.
You're
I know
clear.
it's one way, but I just try to teach you some good habits.
508
Humboldt.
Humboldt.
Isn't that where St. Michael's is? I mean, it's further up the hill, but I just mean, isn't Humboldt?
210 to 211. You said you're with the key holder, right? Yep, we're up front.
Every time I used to drive by
Just
St.
see if there's
There's a
any
Matthews.
speaker.
St. Matthews.
Sydney's reporting
Every time I
3
used to
shots
drive by,
heard
there's
2
a
minutes ago,
statue in front of that place. I used to think it was a person hiding.
You said negative.
What's that? Same call.
Same
We're
color.
with the key holder here for McGovern's. 698, we'll go for it.
Copy, you said you were with the key holder? 565 people go for 2337.
211. If one of you want to just come around back and help us clear, we still got an upstairs and a downstairs clear.
Maybe when they shot there.
Yep. We're right here, buddy. And Sydney is up a little further, but well, maybe
You're with the key holder, right?
which call seems more reliable?
Yeah, 213. Can you move that shot on Sydney to my call, please?
Let's just get this plate
Certainly.
here. EAS 735.
Negative. Copy.
Echo Alpha Sierra 735. So
211. If one of you want to just come
I don't
around
know.
back and help us clear, we
It's
still
a
got an
long
upstairs
way
and a
from-
downstairs.
I'll go up a little further. We're at 570 South here, right here. I just this originally was like 10?
The first address was 510, yep.
Yeah. I don't know.
213, where you calling?
I mean, you can hear shots. Was the first caller the one that said people screaming?
Yep.
Yeah, 213. Can you move that shot on Sydney to my call,
Just so
please?
you know, folks.
And the second caller also said,
But they said Sydney Street, right? 297 Sydney?
no.
Makes no sense.
The first one was 510.
Yeah, but the other one was Sydney. They might have not.
508. I don't see a Sydney.
Well, it's probably on a separate call, which maybe it should be because it isn't.
There.
Because we're.
10-2, 10-1.
Here we go. What is it? What is it?
disregard. I guess they live upstairs.
PD if it was already handled.
Copy. Canceling the 10-2, 10-1, and 2341.
Checked in there for another call on 297 Sydney. That's why I said it. 297 East Sydney is a half mile away from here.
Would it be shots fired too?
Yeah.
212.
It's in pending.
212.
212, 213 around there.
Copy.
Probably just
One clear assisted.
Mouse Squad, can you repeat your number?
531.
Copy, thank you. 2342.
Disregard. I guess they live upstairs.
Copy. Canceling the 10-2, 10. Squad 171.
Red Creek and 29th at 2341.
I can get a hold of 171 if you need them.
Copy, dispatch squad to assist 116, checking 760 Charles in the rear. There was a noise coming from the outside, possibly metal call. Believe someone's trying to access the door with a pry bar.
168, I can take a spot. They'll be coming from Snelling and Hillcrest area down south.
Copy, thank you. 2343.
120 cats from Morgan. One clear assisted.
168 clear.
Thank you, good sir. 531.
Copy, thank you. 2343.
must have been this second caller. There's 3 callers there, but even Emmerich sent it to me here. Another call pending. 297 Sydney. 3 shots fired, but I don't.
2-8, he take me up before. It'll be riding with 204 today.
Copy.
That'd be over a half mile away.
Midnight DOTs, 383.
168, I can get a hold of 171 if you need them.
Well, it could be they just heard in the distance.
388. 31 copy. Closest intersection. What are your squads for midnight DOTs? Before the ramp. White male.
Squads for midnight EOTs, 1265.
Midnight EOT.
Any downtown beats? Copy, just squad assist
531, 535, EOT tonight.
You as well.
People in the house.
5232.
Copy, any other cars for midnight EOT?
There's a guy staring out the window of the house there.
Snelling and Hillcrest area down south.
141, permit 145. 3 people fighting, possibly 2 threats.
Squads, have a good night. 213, go ahead.
EOT, by the way, is end of.
Can I have other squads check out Isabel and Clinton? And Delta and Clinton. Just say, the security said that they hear her shots coming from over there.
120 cats from
Oh, security's calling.
168 clear.
And 2364, are you available back?
Copy, squads to check out Isabel, Clinton, and Delta. Copy.
So,
how's your back feel, Rev?
Good.
Does it?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Subject Nicollet and 37.
29
You was hurt?
Those bleachers, without a back to lean on, the bleachers there, it's a little bit.
180 EOT.
That's quite it.
Have a good night, 2345.
I'll be riding with 204 tonight.
Copy.
169 is EOT.
9175.
5184 and 5180.
Copy, have a good night.
9175. Calling midnight DOTs, 383.
Can you change my traffic stop notice system cleared out SNR?
388. 343.
West Side Boosters.
318. However, somebody's screaming for help in the dog park. Hurry up from outside.
Here's the Sydney car.
Without it, it popped up.
Just remind him
Yeah.
he's involved in a welfare check. There's a female that was
Woodbury
stuck
and
in the
Brown
street that was
Avenue.
pushed over the stop
Yeah,
sign.
so we're-
See a black female wearing a white shirt.
This is
Hair
just
sprayed.
they hear they didn't
You
see
don't have
anything
at least
there or
20
what?
minutes.
They didn't
And
even.
information Central Cars for the shots fired. 297 Sydney is calling again, reporting 5 additional shots heard 4 minutes ago northwest of the address.
It is a physical fight.
Southwest.
One be seen as time delay over one.
All right. See, I wasn't making it up.
Yeah, it popped up down in the bottom.
311, you're seeing is 105.
So Humboldt, right where we were, is 0 when it comes to east and west. And then, of course, there's 240 numbers to a half mile. So 297 Sydney is a half mile to the east. Then did she say in the last call that she thought the shots were southwest of her?
Northwest of the address.
Oh, well, good. Then we're in the money.
751 First Avenue Northwest, Apartment 203. For Love Music Company, Apartment 203.
So we are north of 297 Sydney. I don't know if the squad's going.
Somebody in the street.
There's a line that says that it's now outside.
Nope, he's right here getting on the scooter.
318. Affirmative. One of the callers saying that 6 people physically fighting behind the building outside. The gentleman having a piece of bulge on a welfare check.
5536.
Small curve. Crouched up at a stop sign. Black female wearing a white
We have a call 340 Cedar. 4 parties refusing to leave. They are in a Chevy Tahoe near the dumpsters in the Black Maroon stand.
Your place.
2346. And information on the shots fired. 297 Sydney is calling again, reporting 5 additional shots heard 4 minutes ago northwest of the address. Three hospitals. 311, you're seeing is 10539.
All right, mute that for a minute.
10539. You're welcome to 2346.
I can't never hit that mute.
2365, we'll be talking to the comp.
Copy. And medics will be standing by in the area.
111?
411.
Sorry, 111. OTL possible?
Let's go 321. I copy the remarks canceled by EMS. 2368. So 111 copy.
2365, code for the medics.
I will let them know. 2348. Squad 161.
161.
161 for damage to property, 1333 Nicollet Mall and Nicollet Diner. Caller is stating that their vehicle is being egged. Squad 536.
25 driving.
Suspects are on the caller. Stated she has 2 kids in the vehicle and eggs are being thrown from Nicollet Towers.
536.
At 2348.
Copy.
We have a call 340 Cedar. 4 parties refusing to leave. They are in a Chevy Tahoe near the dumpsters in the Black Maroon stand.
Well, we are going to wrap it up here in 10 minutes, folks, unless something really serious pops out. It's 11:50 Minnesota time. Mighty Mike will be back with you this week sometime. And we'll certainly be back Friday night.
307, I copy that.
So, right here, this is 185 East Sydney. We're over off of Oakdale and Sydney, and the shots fired were reported over here at 297.
2165.
If you lock me on, I'm having computer issues.
If you
side, first floor.
Copy, south side, first floor.
Here's a cemetery down here where some of our gang members have been buried. Remember that?
Yep.
We used to get calls here all the time. Well, our analysts would probably keep track of who they are, but
8195,
I don't remember.
321, I couldn't quite. 2352.
Sometimes people go in there and shoot rounds off to celebrate the life of their loved one.
We have one of the callers to cancel, but being that we have multiple callers, if you could proceed.
South side.
Search
184, you can clear it.
That guy's got good grass. These curbs look pretty nice over here, don't they?
Yeah, I think they must have just redid these. Man, they're nice.
321, the vehicle involved is possibly a white Chevy Suburban parked on 31st and between Elliott and 10th Avenue South. Copy.
Yeah, you never know.
195, 96, right?
I don't think this street had sidewalks.
No, I don't think so either, but
Man.
they put them in your neighborhood because they knew you were out walking on a regular basis.
465,
465, copy.
I didn't hear any shots.
Yeah, me neither.
your name clear, SNR 369.
Copy, 2385, I copy. You're going to check this email that ran out disturbed with 3 things of Tide Pod cases. She was not seen westbound. She was wearing black and white tennis shoes, appears with back and above. Didn't fit it. The black female with the long black summer dress.
Well, we're going to wrap it up, but I want to leave you with this. Just remember, I talked about it earlier, Chief Brian O'Hara's comments, of course, about Jamal Mitchell, which were amazing. What do we got going here? Everybody good? We're all good?
Yeah.
You too, thank you. But Chief Brian O'Hara's comment and a reminder that every organized civil society has had guardians. Guard the innocent, hold criminals accountable. And we're lucky that we have people that are still willing to go into that field and serve under very, very tough conditions. So, Chief O'Hara, great job today. Men and women of law enforcement, thank you. And we're lucky. We're just damn lucky to have young people that still want the job.
536, copy, tell you.
And that's from a guy who's watched it over 47 years. All right, Rev, you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
You
Be kind. I know Bob said we used to say it, but we need to continue to say it. Be kind. Be present. Be accountable.
Go ahead.
Good evening.
I'm not sure if I did see the BCR car, but just to reiterate to them that we're at 37th and Nick. I think there might be a block or two down if that's what I saw.
Arcade George, Alpha, Zulu, Victor, 2-1. And for a 4th briefing squad.
Arcade New York 2355.
Supervisor Technology, Friday Unknown Cell, 200 block of 23rd Avenue North. Caller says she was assaulted by a group that had firearms, then hung up, refusing to answer any further questions or give an answer.
405 copy.
At 2355.
Looks like they're still coming from a little bit of ways out, a few minutes.